Hey guys, Tech Relay here, and today we'll be looking at if the iPad 2 is still worth it at its very low price. Now, before we do get into this video, I just would like to quickly mention that I have merged this channel, Tech Relay, with my old development channel, Seb the Dev. Now, I haven't uploaded on Seb the Dev for a long time, so I've decided to change that to sort of tech channel just to move it onto this. And I'm actually going to be trying to upload one development video each week along with a tech video, so I might be uploading that on this channel, or I may decide to start a different channel, which is only for development. Now today we've been looking at the iPad 2. It was released in 2011, so it is 6 years old, so it is quite old compared to the new tablets, of course, like the new iPad Pros that were announced at WWDC a couple weeks ago. It can only run up to iOS 9.3.5, so it isn't really as high as the new ones. I mean, iOS is still great iOS, but iOS 10 and of course 11, which was announced recently, are much better than those ones. Looking at pricing, right now you can find this tablet for around $100 to $200 on eBay, though you may get lucky and there are some for around $50 on eBay, which would be a steal if you could get it for that. Now looking at performance, this tablet definitely shows its age. It has Apple's A5 chip, which is the same as the iPhone 4S, and it has half a gigabyte of RAM, which is also the same as iPhone 4S, and it is nothing compared to the new iPads, which have 4 gigabytes of RAM in the new iPad Pros. Now looking at Geekbench, this phone gets a tablet that's 342 on single core and 589 on the multi-core score, which is really nothing compared to the iPhone SE video and score I got recently, and it definitely shows it, as it is extremely slow doing everyday tasks. And if you want to do fast-paced things, especially video editing or photo editing, this is definitely not the tablet for you. Looking at battery, this battery can hold 6,930 milliamp hours. So this is actually an alright battery. At first, it does hold charge for quite a long time, but of course, as it is an old tablet and chances are you'll be buying it used, it will have diminished over time just from repeated charges and use over a long period of time. Now, it also does go to the factor that it lasts a long time, that the display is only 768 by 1024, so it is definitely not a very big display to power, and any battery can hold that display for quite a long time. Staying on the topic of display, it looks actually quite alright when indoors, but to be honest, look, compared to everything else, all of the displays you look at, it really isn't that great. It doesn't have Apple's Retina display. It gets quite bright indoors, but outdoors it is almost impossible to use. So yeah, it's only good if you're going to be using this indoors and you're not going to be traveling much with it and going outside. And so probably the only pro when using this display is the fact that it is a very low resolution. So if you are a very hard user and you use it a lot, you will get quite a high battery time from it, which is always useful. Looking at the camera, it is pretty bad. It has a 0.7 megapixel sensor, which is definitely not up to standards of today's camera. The new iPad Pro, for example, has the iPhone 7 sensor, which is extremely good for a tablet. But of course, it is a tablet. Not many people use a tablet as a camera. So if you are one of those very rare people, then this tablet is definitely not for you. But of course, that isn't a very rare demographic.
So I'm recording here on this front-facing camera, filming my B-roll here, back from Melbourne. But let's just see. I think it looks pretty bad just looking at this thing. Of course, I am looking at it in the glare, but so yeah, this camera is definitely not that great. We'll see.
Make the ground shake.
Now, the build quality on this device is actually very good. Of course, it is made by Apple and all their products do last quite a long time. We have had this device for around 5 or 6 years, and it hasn't really scratched at all. So the screen is very hard to scratch, but the back is actually much easier to scratch, so just keep that in mind when you're creating this device around. Looking at accessories, this device actually is compatible with some very good Apple ones. Of course, you do have the smart cover, which is the one I have in my video. So this is very useful as you can open and close it. It will turn the device on and off, and it will also just protect the screen. You also can get the smart cover with a back protection if you want to protect the back of the device as well. And also, of course, you can connect Bluetooth keyboards such as the Apple Magic Keyboard just to make typing a lot easier in this device if you want to use it for word processing and things like that. In conclusion, I do not think this tablet is worth the $100 from eBay, but if you can find it for $50, then it would be a good deal. I can't really justify spending $100 on this tablet, just because for $300 you can get the new iPad, which is night and day compared to this one in what you can do with it, and even just the camera is a lot better. But if you do want the iPad Pro, that is closer to about 1,000 AUD, so that is quite expensive. And if you just want to do simple use such as word processing, maybe some extremely simple games that still probably run quite slowly, then this iPad 2 could actually be for you. Now guys, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and do subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading more, hopefully, just because we're doing more development videos. And if you guys have any ideas for future videos, make sure to leave them in the comments. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Nice.